You know, you really have to go live, stupid. That's the rules. He's hesitating. Quickly. Bro, bro, obviously. Become a V-tweeter. No, you specifically become a V-tweeter. I have I have things to do. You don't have a Twitter? How are you supposed to follow VTuber content? No. He's a he's a fake fan. It's over. Okay, fair enough. Me? Oh, yeah. Whatever, I don't care. I'm gonna lose it. A gotcha so far? I think it's in the hundreds, I know that. I'll have to look over my payments. Bro, you gotta understand, I gotta lead the Irie Head Guild. Or platoon. Bro, why are we talking about that? That's so ego. We're ego clipping already? That's crazy, bro, because I was thinking about it. Oh no, she's called me out several times. I don't know the inciting incident, but whatever. But it's fine. I like Sheena. I think that was the best banter I've done with her. Like without her being like too tilted, you know. I don't even like go out of my way to like she blamed me once for something chat said. I don't know why. What? Yeah, I got blamed. She quoted some other chatter, not me, bros. I'm innocent, but Irie is based. Oh, she was right up until the part where she quoted. Like her saying based over and over. Yeah, that was right. That was pretty much my chat. Yeah, she was winning up until that point. Oh no, she didn't have the mandate of heaven. She lied. It's fallen. It's fallen to my lord, my empress. We're gonna win. I'm just kidding. Well, that's like a meme though. People who aren't mad at their plushies do that. Like that's not. It's just that's just business as usual. Wait, where do I got back? Okay. Oh yeah, nobody likes to see their favorite VTubers graduate, bro. I don't. Oh, it was bad when it was like a when FaZe had the graduation with Saya. It sucked, and I don't watch Saya that much, but it still sucks. You know? And again, I don't watch a lot of VTubers. What? Okay. That sucks. That's actually like horrible. Oh, mhm. Oh, are you talking about tax write-off type situation? Ooh, that sucks. But also, when I think of that kind of thing, I think of Symbiont Titan, and then I cry every time. If you know what that is, that's like one of those Cartoon Network shows that got tax write-off along with Megas XLR. Mm, You don't know either? Are you too old or like too young? I don't know. Like what are you like Zoomer tier or are you like ancient boomer? Because we're talking like millennial stuff here. Any millennial would know this. He's like, nobody will know my age ever. He's ancient, bro. This guy's a power lich. He's probably like 300 years old. And he doesn't want to tell anybody. Bro. Yeah, that's you. See, that's why he doesn't want he's like, I'm not going to dox myself. You guys will instantly find out that he is the first. I got you, actually. You're the first emperor of Quinn, and you actually succeeded at gaining immortality. And the part where you exploded because of injecting mercury was actually a false narrative. Yeah, I figured it out. Sorry, I couldn't help it, bro. It's something I had to do. But yeah. So how's the Stone Soldier army and all that? No, bro, you're like a super villain, like in those yeah, like anytime there's some kind of Chinese media, you're always a super villain. I don't know why. You got like claws and you have like a zombie army or something. What's that Scooby Doo? What Scooby Doo? I'm losing in real time, bro. I'm supposed to be talking about how VTuber company. We're supposed to be talking about VTuber drama. I'm over here talking about ancient Chinese emperors. Lose it. Oh yeah, she buried me, so that was pretty cool. Bro, why are we saying this bro? It says go live, bro. Man, he hates me. Yeah, the guy's just teasing. I didn't say that. Did I say that, chat? Chat, did I ever say that? Or is he making up psychobabble? Yeah, I'm gonna assume you made up psychobabble. I'm assuming you're trying to gaslight me. Bro, like I said, when it actually happens. But no, that's not as bad. Okay, VTuber news, ego VTuber news. It's over. I'm bringing out the ego. So you know how I became a Catholic, right? So I went to a Bro Lime stream. Did you see the recent Bro Lime stream? what he was doing is he went to his chatters and like he made a whole like spreadsheet for them, and then he posted like their channel content, all that, right? And then on my name, he just wrote Irie's future husband on the notes, and I'm like, what? But yeah, it was very awkward. But you're doing the same thing. You guys are like this. You guys are always like this, bro. I don't understand. You just want to end the stream as soon as possible, so I like leave all like embarrassed and flushed. Yeah. Dude, the chat room's scaring me. It's just saying welcome to the chat room over and over. I'm losing my mind. Time isn't ticking, bro. Don't worry. I'm not in demand yet. I'm almost in demand. It's gonna happen. But yeah, enough about ego. Do you have other news? We need to actually like okay, chat, I'm gonna tell you something. We need to actually get out there and frickin' what is it called? We should like we should have like these topics lined up ahead of time. Okay, well still we have the news people here, that's okay. We're live on the scene, alright? We're at is this like a Minecraft or like Pippa thing? Well, you know what? Sometimes I like miss those. Actually, you're like, it's actually some keto. Well, of course it would be Kino. It's so over. Don't believe chat. That's what I've learned about chat. Never believe chat. So over. Never trust VTuber fans. They will gaslight you and they will girl boss you and do all that. Did you? Bro. So, so that sounded like it was a very nice collab. I'll probably have to watch the VOD. I'll admit I haven't been watching a lot because I've been working a lot, unfortunately. Okay, but no, no, seriously, I have my job, and they called me in early today. So no, let's go into Tommy drama. What? Why are we talking about Tommy? I know this is VTuber news, but come on. Well, I'm a PNG tuber right now, not a VTuber. You know? Well, no, well, let's not talk about that on stream first. I don't think corporals like that kind of thing. Well, then again, how distant is this model from my current model? Well, no, of course not. Nobody's going to use their model because they legit ask you if you're comfortable with a different model. And they said they weren't doing adopts anyways. You know? Flavor? Oh no. Oh, listen, I like a lot of, there's a good amount of people with that tag and some of the fans I like, right? But some of those people, uh, it's a divided community. By the way, if any of you flavor thread schizos are reading, no, I don't do any ops for anyone, okay? And also, you guys are schizos. Actually, they don't know me. They don't know me too much in that sphere, which is good because they know me more in the other spheres. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't use the flavor tag first of all. I use milkshake, so I don't have to deal with that. Called up by what? Hold on. Being watching what? Oh yeah, yeah. I already. Yeah, I did see the call out. Never mind. Sorry, I need more call. Yeah, you know, bro. That's the funniest part. It's like pointing out that I have a reply. No, bro, I gotta zen real quick. Are we allowed to say that? I'm gonna have a mint real quick. Give me a sec. It sounded worse than what I'm doing, you know? What the heck? I think no, I talked on my stream that I do zen. Just nicotine pouches, no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna zen it up just so I wake up a little more. So like the call out, I feel bad. Oh, but it was cute. Like she left herself unmuted. It was silly. And then she ended up just humming. 'Cause every time she leaves herself unmuted, for like before a stream, she's always like humming or like listening to some music, so she ends up like singing or humming. It's very cute. It's very cute and wholesome. So I love that. Eggs in general? Yeah, I guess so. They're like in my age range. Well, not turbo. You understand there's a difference between turbo hags and then hags? Yeah, like people over 40, that's like turbo hag, right? That's out of my age range, technically. I don't think that'd be accurate. What's a mega hag? I've never heard that term. She'd make up her own terms now. Oh yeah, well, that's if Erica was a hag. She's a Christmas cake, bro. What? She's a Christmas cake. That's the correct term. I remember when I used to think Irie was a Christmas cake. That was a little funny. You don't know what a Christmas cake is? Okay, okay. So what happens after Christmas, right? The Christmas cakes go on discount. Okay, but the real joke is after Christmas, nobody wants the Christmas cakes anymore. Yeah, so that's the term Christmas. Actually, I'm going to talk about VTuber culture right now. People overuse the term hag. They don't know the difference. Like they refer to somebody in their mid 20s, like 26, right? That would be a Christmas cake. It's not a hag, bro. People, yeah, and then there's turbo hags, which are 40 plus, right? There's grandmas, everybody above 50. and, then, and then there's the dead, which is anybody above 60. They're not gonna make it. It's so over. Oh no. Dead. No, that's a Clara dating range. No, so Clara husband material. That's how it goes. I don't make the rules. I only repeat stuff I've heard. Okay, I make the rules. I'm the captain now. Okay. Do we have any other news? Well, I guess you know what, that was VTuber related. So we could go. We could go on a tangent right now. No, actually, I want to hear you. You specifically, Jorb. Let's go on a tangent about something. Because you usually. Oh no, go ahead. Usually you're more reserved. Exactly, that's what you gotta do. This is a stream, bro. You gotta full bore. Hmm. You got wrecked. Yeah, send it to my inbox. Send it to my PO box. I'll give you my address. It's did it work? Let's go. Wait, I will. Bro, it goes to a 404. Okay, I got this. I'm not better than this. What do you? Bro, that's why I said I should go get some. That's why I should say I should go get some Zens. I'm really EP. They called me into work early today. I'm still coping. No, it was messed up. Cause they okay. What do you mean? Look at this, bro. Fuck, fudge you. I no. I mean. Okay, whatever. Why are you doing this? I suck. I know, but still, bro. Like, why would you send that midstream? Bro, I'm trying to focus, and you're like, I know what make you focus. No, it make you want to end the stream early. That's what you want me to do, bro. This guy's the worst. You're the worst, bro. That's it. Bro, my brain isn't my okay. I need my blood to flow to my head, not my head. Do you understand? Why are you like this? Anyways, okay, go on your tangent real quick. Because actually, I'm gonna have to grab something. Bro, you have more pawn brain than I do right now. Well, okay, so I watched that Yap stream where Irie was tired and she was just like, um, because she was, EP, so she was trying to think of things to say and she couldn't. I feel like that right now. But I just hear, extra people. Don't do that. You're making it sound like a bit. Oh, the Nova, um, you mean the Blue Eyes White Dragon VTuber? Yeah. Um, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna say something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm typing. Okay. You're right. Yeah, I'm very avoidant of well, then again, I think I say it a lot very often anyways, like I'm just not into Yuri bait. It's just not my thing. But no, I'm like I don't okay, I don't dislike Nova, obviously, right? And it's not like what I typed to him was anything special. I just was like, yeah, I might as well talk about it. I'm just not like not. No, no, I don't want to talk about it because I do like the VTuber, right? And a lot of area heads like the VTuber, right? And a lot of people like their collabs, right? So I would gladly encourage the collabs, but I'm like, certain elements are just not for me, you know? Like I will go there, I will support, I will lurk or something, I will give the like, I will give the comment. I've even did I clip one of those? No, I didn't clip one of those actually. But yeah, if there are certain streams, I will. Okay, so there's two things I do that I guess most VTuber fans would find really annoying, right? Or like too gotchy or too involved, right? But I usually like to give criticism about certain things that I dislike that other people seem to be a little they also dislike. What I typed to Jorb over here was something that's my personal opinion. It's something that only I have an issue with, so I don't criticize that fact. Yeah, it's not a popular opinion. I know there are others. I think I've seen. Yeah, yeah. So it's not. It's yeah. Like I said, it's not a very popular opinion. So I keep it. It doesn't have to be a huge popular opinion, right? It's something that I like. It's not anyone's fault in the involvement, right? It's just not. It doesn't work for me. Like I feel like there's some things that are for me, and then there's some things that like I disrupt. Like I see as objectively like something that a VTuber could improve on. I love numbers. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I didn't think we talked about Gooning that much, but we did. We did do that chat. But I didn't do that. When did I ever commission Gunnar? Never. But yeah, she's not like you're just as bad as Pippa. I remember talking to Pippa, and I'm like, oh, you were. I'm like, I really thank you because I wouldn't have found Mayoshi without you being Mayoshi at some point, right? And she goes, oh, so you like Irie's assets, Coomer. Oh, she called me Coomer over and over. I literally couldn't recover. And then some phase bod appeared, and they're like, oh, are you the guy that Pippa called a Coomer over and over? I'm like, yeah. It's like she dunked on you. It's over. That's not the first time she dunked on me though. There was a time I was playing with her and Kirshi in a dungeon, and she's like, I know why he's called I Live Again, because he dies and then he comes back up. Because he lives again and again and again and again and again. That was for yeah, it was like an MMO game we were playing. It was Terra. Okay, I'll check. Wait, hold on. I'll see your meme. Oh, go. Um, the left. I, well, I'm not. What's the? Okay, I'm not gonna. I have personal preferences unless like the left is like super, like homo. Oh, so can I say that? Yeah, if it's too, BL. Is it too BL? Are we allowed to talk about this? Yeah, why would I what? Yeah. Well, I mean, like look at the sunshine there. But look at the sunshine. Look at the shiny castle, bro. You think I'm going to some manor? Some decrepit manor to the right? Bro. It has lightning. I'm, bro, I'm unlucky. You know lightning would strike me twice. Bro, and then I get like hit by lightning 4 times. Bro, it's just multiple barbecue. Bro, that sounds like an honor kill method. You just want me to get honor killed. And she did survive those based. She always survives. She's just like me. She never broke a single bone in her body ever, according to her. Shut up. Shut up. Bro, this can't be the whole stream. We... I hate this. It's the major this is why we need the third homie in here. We need a Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that, right? What do you think of having guests on? Because okay, chat little rundown. Back in the old Chuubacast days when I called you guys chubby chasers, right? Um yeah, so what I said is like I said, I called them chubby chasers and all that, right? Or everybody did. We were thinking of a fan name at the time. And back in then, we used to just pop in a lot of guests and stuff. So I think we should have guests on. And usually, there was a very frequent guest, right? The SG Mini Nikki. I'm going to show SG Mini Nikki. Everybody should watch SG Mini Nikki. Link the in the chat. Link SG Mini Nikki's channel. Can you do that real quick? Unironically. Yeah. So I'll probably ask him to if he wants to hop on at some point. But this is like a bi-weekly thing. It's kind of hard to schedule, and he gets all eepy all the time. Forgets to eat, just like me. But yeah, we should. Oh, you got defeated. Okay. Well, I don't know how I feel about talking about all that drama and then posting a friend, but we're all good. Then again, I have my own channel, and I look like this anyways on my channel, except in the newer ones. Um, yeah. So now I'm a Catholic lolly girl, and I have to give a church sermon tomorrow before work, of course. The foot review, the foot review, and he didn't invite me. I'm upset, bro. That's literally my that's my go-to. I don't know if it. Yeah, exactly. The foot bit, and then people. Okay, okay. I remember another encounter with Sheena. Right? She's like, no feet posted. Right here. I'm like, oh, this is not like the den. I love the foot post, especially Iris feet. Iris feet 100K, bros. I I remember that clip. Yeah, it was just a foot long burger. I'm like, oh, robbed, robbed. I was like, robbed. I mean, really good art. Oh man, that was funny. I had a laugh over it, but it should have been feet, and it should have been selection 3 feet that we voted on, where she has like claws. Yeah, because I'm not much of a commissioner, anyways. I've commissioned like 2 art pieces, and it's usually with artists I know, anyways. And a lot of the artists I know that I talk the artist I talk to a lot, he's currently really busy. I think he's in Leafland right now on like a business trip, so I can't really bother him. Well, I asked him when his commissions were open too, so I've been doing that. I should ask one of like the OG Irie, like the one of the artists that Irie commissioned, and that's because I still use his background as my desktop because it was a very special piece to me. And I even told her to go tell the artist was worried that like everybody was calling it cheap because, you know, it was like bad. But it was actually cheap because he did a really good piece of art for like $20, bro. Like that's what I told my artist. I'm like, you should charge more for your work. And $5? Bro, people do that for like 200. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, like if you're doing model plus rigging, you're both the mama and papa, you should be charging about 200 plus. And if it's like a special, like, do you know how much like a little chibi model cost? It costs like $60. That's insane. Oh, I was wondering why I got added for Ohime's, and then I realized there's an at everyone before that. Because I only have the Irie Head role. And speaking of Irie Head, I'm going to shell my guild. We're going to shell. If any of you guys out there play Girls Front Line too, there's an Irie Head platoon. It's hold on. I'm gonna get the user ID once. Oh no, wait. I'm in the middle of a battle. Whoops. Oh, I could exit this. We're gonna shell it real quick. I'm shilling it. I have to shill it. I'm sorry. Because I'm trying to get more members. We need more members, bros. Don't worry though. I've been doing good. We have, I think. What event is that? I don't care. The Ari head. I'll send the ID to you. Um, we have 4 out of 24 members. And my friend said, well, if they're high levels, that's good. And I'm like, yeah, they are. They are high levels. Oh, yeah, I put that. A girls frontline too. My addiction where I spent over $400 or something. Well, it could be me because I'm like, how much of my paycheck do I give to Irie or do I give to Gotcha? And sometimes I give both, and then the paycheck's gone, and I gotta stop doing that. I mean, no, nothing's happened. It's okay.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm just saying that Nikkei, like, those costume gotchas cost a lot, and then Crown ate my paycheck. Only to get one copy. I had to like hard pity for
Guys,
that.
we are
It was
saying we're
awful.
doing this irreparable.
I spent like
So,
$200, then 260 getting the outfit
that's
afterwards.
fine.
It's crazy. Don't be like me, chat. Yeah, I saw. Mhm.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh, I overshot, I overshot. No, 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 no.
You know what's funny?
Let
What
me
you
go
do?
home. Let me go home. Let me go home.
Do what I did? You know what I did to my artist when he was like, "Oh, I'll do it for $20." I'm like, "Do you want? I'll give you a bonus based on how good you did, right?" And I gave him like
Okay,
$70 for the art.
we can
I'm
go
like,
back
"Here
to
you
bed.
are." Yeah. And he's like, "Wow, I never expected you to pay me so much for my art." I'm like, "Well, I really like the
Too
art.
far away.
I know that some people charge a lot more."
Power.
Especially because like half the time he was talking, he was like saying, "I'm not used to doing this kind of like I'm not used to
I
making
know.
these kind of outfits, right?" So I just gave him more money because I'm like, well, it was out of your comfort. Yeah, I made excuses. I'm like, it's out of your comfort zone, right?
Power shard.
I think that's legit though. If you say like, well, you're doing things out of your comfort zone, you did it on time, right? It showed up before expected, so
Yeah.
I'll pay you more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you should in that chat you should mention it's for the Irie Head Girls Frontline 2 guild.
Tier.
You could just put the initials like GFL2.
Okay.
Yeah,
Match the velocity of the sun. And I'm gonna
I'm
save
just
the
noticing.
situation.
I notice things, chat.
And I'm not gonna die.
But
And
okay.
it's not going to go up.
So I guess I could talk a little bit about the application because I think Broline did it, but technically he was he wasn't trying to get in. But there was one question that was kind of funny. It was like, what's a conspiracy like name a conspiracy theory? And I was talking with a bunch of capipis, I think a Machinist was there. You know which one I mean, right? I love him. I've talked to him a lot. But what I I liked how somebody compared me to him. They're like, well, my range for gotchis is Tommy, right? And he's like he tells him you're way you're way out of the Tommy range when it comes to your posting. I think it's because I set like little boundaries for myself, so I'm not always like talking about like Coomer like okay, it's not like on stream where I'm talking about Coomer related things, right? Or I'm talking about feet all the time, especially her fingies. I talk about her fingies often, right? But I try to like recently I've been like I'm not gonna push enter. And of course, I'm like a big info holder and all that, so anything that's my knowledge I keep to myself. So I'm not a leaker. What do you think I am? Chisuka Irie? I don't leak. No, I keep a lot of info on even like random chatters, right? Like I'll remember something that they don't remember. And I'm like, yeah, I remember this one time you said this, right? And I showed them the receipts. Or like, I know you because you said this one time. Or this one Korean guy, I'm like, I remember you. You tied up your Irie Daki and held like a knife to it or something. That was crazy. He's like, what? Oh, that was funny. But I love the Irie Korean viewers. I just wish that they would play Girls Frontline too with me. But I think they're in a different region too. Because there's like two publishers and they region locked based on publishers. I literally said like on the IRI channel, I saw the map of which regions were locked, right? And Mexico has a different company than US, right? So I'm like, okay, that's it. It's called the Gulf of America. Yeah, that was like my only reasoning. I'm like, that's why I'm calling it that. Because you guys are in the wrong region for my gotcha game. You gotta understand. You gotta have priorities. That's why it's called gotcha koi. You know? It's Irie plus the gotcha. That's what I'm getchy for. But not in that order. Well, no, it is in that order. Irie and the gotcha. You know, if I had to place it like in an order. Oh yeah, since you keep bringing up Irish, did you know she killed me off on stream recently? Yeah, I got killed. I got buried on stream. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what she was referring to, and I made a joke based on that, but we're not going to talk about that joke. But you want to pull up the clip? I actually have the clip on standby. But the reason she did that is because I wasn't in chat at that moment. I think I was like, please. I told her, please don't bury me. I have work tomorrow. And then she ended up burying. But, yeah, but it was like before stream or something. Hold on, I'll send you the link. But yeah, and then she buried Sakana, and then Hime. I didn't expect to be like the first one buried, to be honest. Well, I wasn't there.
Rest in peace, Gachakoi Thomas. Thank you for the super.
Well, and then
He
somebody
died
on
from
PP was
overworking
like,
to the
"Oh,
point that he couldn't even
you're."
stay.
It means she cares a lot about
I
you. That
hope
she's
you
like
are
very blind for
satisfied with
you.
like. That's not even 1 meter, bro.
Bro, okay. Another thing is she's been talking about like kids a lot recently, right? And I've been having the reversed experience because today at work well recently at work there's just been obnoxious kids, right? Or like teenagers being really super annoying and like disrupting everything. That this woman came over with her kid, right? And her kid didn't really speak much or do anything, right? He was just like looking at things and wanting yeah, he was like looking at like products and all that. And I go, you're I tell them like you're the most well-behaved kid in the store right now. How does it feel? His mom's like, "Oh, did you hear that? He called you the most well-behaved kid." And she comes back later, and she hears all the like the commotions and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, you weren't joking. He really is." Yeah, I'm like, I'm not joking. I meant that. Because there's like another one crying, other one's yelling like cuss words and stuff, right? So I'm just like, yeah, um, he's the most well behaved. That's so funny, bro. Oh, they called me in because I thought I had a schedule change because I had the receipts for it, as in I have a schedule with it was written down, but nobody left a note. Not even the people who legit I saw write the note. They have a copy too. And I said, keep that copy. So they kept the copy. And do you know what I did? I went into okay. First of all, they wake me up, so I'm my Irie ringtone wakes me up like a normal person. By the way, somebody called that cute because it went off during work, and they're like, "Oh, that's really cute." I'm like, "Yeah, that's my ringtone." So, anyways, they call me, and to be fair, I did apologize to the person who called me. This one manager did not know the case. He wasn't around for the case. But I still was like, okay, I guess my schedule change doesn't matter at all, and I hung up. And then I showed up to work. I I got really steamed at her. To be fair, I got really steamed at her. But I did calm down and I did apologize. And then the other one showed up, the one that I saw wrote the schedule in, right? And she's like, "No, you have the same schedule." I'm like, "Are you lying to me?" I would just say like, "Are you lying to me?" Because I saw you with a mechanical pencil write down the schedule. You should have a copy. I said, I'm saying it a lot more calmer than I did when I was in. But after a while, I did apologize to one. I didn't apologize to the other. But I did ease up because I saw that they were getting like, intimidated. Well, I'm just saying, like they got really intimidated about it. I'm just like, okay, well, okay. So I calmed down and I'm like, okay, so the other schedule changes, do they matter? And they said, yeah, okay. So I'm like, okay, fine. That's my new schedule. I'll be following this from now on. But I was really upset. Let's just say that. It was not a good scene. Yeah, I heard about that, and a tiny pay raise with it. She hates promotions. She really does. She got promoted to like probably before she was Irie, and she like one of her advice on stream was just something like don't get promotions. You get a lot of responsibility, but you don't get the pay to match the responsibility. Exactly, it is. It so is. But that's why I've been that's why I've just been working wherever. They put me wherever. I do have a desk. By the way, I got fan art at work. Yeah, somebody gave me some art that I posted on my Twitter a while ago. I'm like, oh, it's at my desk, so I looked at it and I censored it because it kind of looked like the guy was bleeding from the neck, but he was supposed to be like a superhero or something, right? It's like the hero you once were is now a toy. How do you feel about that? I'm like, whoa, what the heck? Who's drawing this kind of thing? What? Who even sent me this fan art, bro? And I assumed it's me because like the hairstyle was very similar to how my hair is like parted. So I'm like, what the heck? Who gave me fan art at work? That's silly. Do you ever have a situation? What? Yeah. How does it feel? I don't think anyone really considers me an Oshi. Well, no, there's some people that might say that, but probably an Oshi, not like Kamiyoshi. I would never be anybody's Kamiyoshi because I'm too um I'm not very like even though I say I'm very parasocial, right? That's only like as, me, the guy, the reply guy, the Irie guy, right? I think that's what really kills it. They're like, oh well, he likes Irie, so why bother with the parasocialism? But at least people say I'm very nice to talk to when I'm not like aggro. I get aggro so often. Well, no, I have a lot of opportunities. I could go on like 3-hour rants about that kind of thing, and I've done that in text at least. But I've been trying to calm it down. I've been trying to like downplay it. But it's very funny just showing up to a stream and they're like, "What are you doing here? You belong in the Irie stream, not my stream. Get out." To be fair, she's like one of Irie's closest friends, so of course, like she would call me out. I don't think any of the Korean VTubers would do that. I haven't talked in their chats in a while though. I wouldn't talk in one of them I'm mentioning. Because she likes regulars, right? Wait, can I talk about her? She's actually very popular. I've talked about her before on the Chuubacast. And I do like her work. It's Miori Celestia. Yeah. I like yeah, I lurk her streams because I know how she feels if you're not like a regular, right? Because it's nice. Regulars, VTubers love their regulars, right? They like seeing the regulars. They get sad when the regulars aren't around, right? But whenever I'm yeah, exactly. So she is like that. She likes to see regulars and all that, right? And like loyalist type behavior. Well, that's fine because you know certain VTubers love to see loyalists. Me as a VTuber, I don't care if I see your name in chat. I'm just like, hey there, guy. Hey there, guy from Chinese man from Billy, right? Who's only showing up for my mahjong streams. I'm okay with that. But you know, it's because I already have something in my heart that gives me strength, so I don't need to rely too hard on regulars. I don't even have like a Discord or anything. That's another thing. Exactly. But it's because I'm a very shut in, like I wouldn't say shut in, but like I'm very closed socially. Like there were people there was weird because this one girl like at work kept asking like questions to me and I would give her like quick answers or like in-depth like not in-depth answers. I would give her like on stream I always talk a lot. That's something I always do. I yap a ton. I'm not like this like if I feel guarded around you. Like you I talk a lot too. Like I could yap a lot too and I'm fine with that. I could probably yap a lot too, like enough for that timer. Like I didn't pay attention to the timer. But same with the homies. I talk to the homies a lot. People who show up usually are friends, so I end up like talking to them a lot. Some random chatters I do talk to because I know like they're my regulars, but I don't like DM them or anything, right? So yeah, like people in my DMs, I yap a lot too. Sometimes I don't though. Like some I am kind of guarded around, but I do give them like I open up by talking more about them and like you know whatever advice they want. So I do give like advice for some weird reason. Um, mainly like socialization advice actually, which is very funny. Like I said, a very guarded person giving advice on about like maintaining social relationships and all that, right? I like it better when they want to talk about video game autism because I will flood your DMs with video game autism. Please understand. But yeah. So, but like I said, I get guarded around certain people, especially if they want to get closer to me, and that's why I suspected that woman at work. Well, yeah, I was definitely right about that because she tried to talk to my parents to ask questions about me, and I was like, just just don't give like oh I know that woman like when I actually did talk to them I was like oh yeah I know her yeah she's just a coworker and then I like tried to off topic because I'm like you better not have told I legit told him I'm like you better not have told her anything about me that important because I had this wasn't the first time I had issues at work right I get a lot of issues like that at work um some people are very forward I say that and I had an issue where somebody oh no, it was like some older women. They were asking if I wanted to like date their female relatives or something. Oh, you'd be a nice boyfriend. I'll be like, no, I'm taken. Don't worry about it. I will say that like if they ever pop that, I'm just like, I'm taken. Don't So another one was like this woman begging that I married her successful daughter. She's like, "Oh, she's really." I'm like, "What? What's going on, bro?" I'm like, she's like begging. And I'm like, "No, no, bro. I have a girlfriend. Please leave me alone." Uh, but she's not as beautiful as my daughter, or as smart, or as successful. I'm just like, please just leave me alone. I'll help you as a customer, but please don't do that. And sometimes I laugh. Yes, sometimes I laugh off stuff as like a joke. Like, I was just trying to help this woman with her bags, right? And she goes something like, "Oh, so you want to go home with me?" Yeah, I'm just like, I laughed at her. I'm like, like, funny joke. And then I went back. I'm like, no, I gotta get out of that situation. But yeah, this is why I'm like super guarded. By the way, do you know, I tried to introduce a friend to that coworker that was asking around about me. I gave her a very funny nickname. I called her Work Leah. Because like she like tried to jump scare me once, and she's like, "Oh, did you watch the FNAF movie yet?" I'm like, "Yeah, I saw that." Like she talks about like Zoomer stuff a lot. And yeah, I think the fashion thing makes sense too, because she was actually despite being in her like 20s or something, she was doing the modeling for like prom night outfits and all that. Yeah, so and she usually has a different style like every day she comes into work. But she no longer works here. She was like temporary or something. So I'm glad. I'm safe. I'm s- I'm safe. Exactly. I'm not a man whore. I'm good. Uh, bro, speaking of, you know who immediately I think of when I say this? But to be fair, it was funny because he let them reply to Ponko, and I'm like, if you're gonna accept, I'm like, you're gonna have to leash this man if you're gonna accept his limited time off. Oh. I've talked to him a lot, like in real life, like at cons and all that. He's pretty nice. I'm just saying though, like, I think it's funny though, because especially the Hina thing, like, I'll use my telepathy to get her back. I'll use my special connection with Hina to get her to stream again. Like what? I think he lost that bet though. I wonder how much money he lost. Yeah, they announced the hiatus, which they should have announced that way earlier. I think we already talked about it. No, we talked about it, but they didn't announce the hiatus yet. Yeah, it's like they watched the stream. I see you, Fishman. Holy dude. No, I that wasn't it. I was talking about like people in DMs that I gave relationship advice to. Oh, my coworker gave relationship advice. How to rizz up women. Anytime I hear rizz up women, I'm just like, yeah, that's not going to be a. I'm not going to listen to that advice. I'm sorry. No, I mean, women giving advice to rizz up women is not a good scene. Exactly, it's a lesbian strategy. It's not a It's not a man's strategy. They're better. Women are better at giving advice to rizz up men somehow. And but we don't want to rizz up men. That unless it's the homies, right? Always break the homies' backs. you're 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 next, bro. You're next, bro. Yeah, he's a homie, so you say no. I remember somebody was pointing that out, like they go, "I love Irie," and then somebody replied, "Gay," and well, yeah, I'd still do it if it was. They're like, but you just have to say no homo, so it's okay. Bro, so no, I make that joke all the time just because oh yeah, I actually made that joke because you remember the Shando thing with the oh if indies have a manager, it's probably their boyfriend or something or a guy. Well, it's usually like she said boyfriend or somebody who wants to, be their boyfriend, which like I said, if if a guy, right, advice to you lady in especially indie VTubers out there, if a guy is taking out of like a lot of his time to be your manager, set up things, and you're not paying him, right? He's not hired or anything. He does probably want to get in bed with you. I will also say that. Because nobody would put that much effort into somebody like they don't care about, you know? That's why I said also hire, because if you're paying them right, it makes sense. It's a job to them. Yeah, or they're like your really good friend. Who if they're male, you also have, but not saying you'd go for it, right? Just saying that like that creates the image, like it's probably what they're thinking of. But I mean, like if they're married with kids and all that, right? And they're like 50 or like 40 or something, right? You'd still be on guard. You expect that, did you? Got him every time. Head mod. Does she does she even need mods? Because the last time she had a mod team, it was very unfun for chat. They've eased up a lot, so that's pretty good. And you told me a specific reason why they eased up so much, but probably the lack, like the reduction of parasocialism, right? I'll say that. So that's fine. That's good. It's okay because like the head mod anyways, right? I have a history with that and oh man. Well, why would I like okay, I have a lot of things to do, right? Why would I want to be like a head mod? I'm terrible like I'll go to manager position. You'll I'm really kidding. I don't want to you definitely can't be in manager position in that way. Bro, I'm just saying like we're talking about politicians, right? I have the Mike Pence strategy. You know, did you ever hear about that? So Mike Pence strategy is whenever he goes out, right? He's always with his wife. So like they can't say he has a scandal with this woman or he's cheating on his wife with this woman because he's always his woman's always by his side, you know? So he can't get any of those scandals because oh well he's always with his wife, you know? And then so I use the Mike Pence strategy. Exactly, like I will name drop Irie almost every time, except with Jelly, because Jelly is just nice to talk to, and I don't want to dunk on Jelly and Irie. I threatened to castrate somebody for even ruining, for even suggesting. Well, no, I mean for ruining her concert, pretty much. Yeah, well, you went to the. Did you go to her meet and greet? Yeah, she did the cute thing where she wrote people. Yeah, so the signature thing didn't work for Hawkeye on like the first day. So do you know what she did? She just wrote every person who showed up. She wrote their names on her screen. It's very nice. Yeah. He's leaking. Leak it. They're on stream. Nobody's watching this. Trust. Oh, okay. Thousands of people will know. Thousands, billions even. Billions must Zhang. You know what's funny? People were talking about the. Okay, so a lot of people were talking about the asteroid thing, right? I'm like, I'm all in on nothing coin. Nothing ever happens. Like, are you worried about the meteor? No, nothing ever happens. And somebody's like, what about if there's like fire and tsunami? You know, you're going out to water your plants and there's fires and tsunamis everywhere. I'm just like, I don't live in California, bro. Calm down. So I thought that was hilarious. Maybe you gotta have the responses. Okay. Damn, he's gonna pop in. He's a special guest. I'm like, imagine you pop in, right? They're in like to be a special guest, and it's like you just go off about like business practices and all that. Because I know, and then I know you would. Alright, I'll see if you sent. No, I just have some old thing. Was oh, what's a safe? Yeah, okay. So you're saying they made their VTuber model into assets or something? Oh, okay. Oh, that's the thing you listed before, right? Bro, I just had a moment. I own an LLC, so I'm like, I have no clue what to do with it, but I will not become like my grandpa. The reason we have an LLC, right, is because my grandpa became okay. So there's a song out there. He was a composer, right? I don't think this will dox me, although like you'd have to like really look into this, right? Because I won't name the song, but there's a song out there that I guess it's pretty popular. It's at weddings sometimes, right? And what? I could. I have the copyright. but it's it's for really old people. I think only like turbo boomers will remember it. Yeah, you'll remember it. It was probably play. You probably went to a lot of weddings where it was played back in the 30s or something. You've been there forever. So it's not, probably not that. It was like 20th century stuff, right? So okay. So if you look at who wrote so it was written by two people, right? If you look at the wiki article about who wrote it, there's something odd about it. And it's odd to me. Like a lot of people don't know about that, right? But to me, the wiki article credits the wrong person because someone else, I'm not gonna say who, right? But but eh, I'm gonna type to you. Anyways, so so yeah. So what's funny is it credits a completely wrong person and then it does their follow-up work, right? But yeah. And then it says like, "Oh, his family owns the copyright now." Like, his estate. And the thing is, I own that. And my grandpa was not that. He was his family has been around since the founding of this country. Hello. Hello, Luke's. What's up? You go you gotta do a chew for the viewer. You don't do it. Alright. Wow. Hello, welcome to our podcast. I'm a good man. Exactly. I believe in this man. I trust him. Trust him with your assets. Yeah, I'm just saying. It says my family owns the copyright, right? Well, it says the guy's family. Oh, what? No, don't worry about it. We're talking about like copyright and my LLC and all that, right? And then we're going to talk about V because we're linking it about. Okay, you give him the full rundown about the Pixel link. Wait, and to address what you're saying, where you say some are good and some are bad, despite being a copyright holder, I think copyrights are actually bad in general. I don't. I want to. No, I want to live in a copyright-free world. It stifles creativity, right? Even like people who make, like, look at Azur Lane, okay? Azur Lane took like a lot, like like Conkalai or Contai Collection, right? I don't know how to say the abbreviated one, but you could say, oh, that's kind of like a rip off, like Azur Lane's like a rip off of that, right? And to me, I say this, I really don't like copyright. It stifles creativity. It just goes into like arguments. It turned my grandpa into a schizo. So, I really am anti copyright in general. I think it actually destroys capitalism because it just makes a few companies hold everything, and then they can sit on that for no reason and not sell it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, like I'm okay with it being a lifetime. Like if you author a book, right? That's fine. But I mean, like there shouldn't be a strict copyright on it, right? Like you can have your book and you could publish it. You should be protected if anybody else wants to publish it or claim it, right? But if somebody makes a story similar to your story, they should be allowed to publish that story because they still put in the work. Like, yeah, I hate that. It sucks. Do you know why? It kills competition. Because, like I said, you mentioned the capitalism thing, right? It kills competition. Because you could just say, oh, I own that, so you can't make that. That's stupid. No, I still think the patents are fine. I like patents. Patents are a way better system than copyrights. Copyrights are dumb. I'm just saying it right away, right? I legit don't care. If everything worked like patents, that'd be fine. But copyrights are garbage. It's like, oh, well, you did something semi similar to what I'm doing, so I have the copyright on that. I just hate it. I'm okay if like somebody wrote a similar thing to that I did, right? I will let them. Let's see who makes the better product. What? Yeah, do you want maybe it would one day. It probably would. Yeah, the thing is if yeah, it forces companies to go around copyrights, but like look at the Pal World to Pokemon thing. Like they're different games, right? They're different experiences, right? But Pokemon, Nintendo would be like, well, who is it? Game Freak or no, Nintendo is the publisher, so they're the ones that handle it. Yeah, so it'd be Nintendo that's like Nintendo's egregious with it. Anything's Yeah, like Japanese are the worst with it. They'll be like, "Oh, that's yeah." Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny though? That guy that tried to make like okay, do you hear about the emulators? If you tried to make like a hack game, right? Nintendo will like come down on you for that. It's really stupid. Yeah, well, yeah, it sucks, is what I'm saying. Because it offers protections that people shouldn't have, and like I said, it just kills competition. I will say that over and over. If somebody wants to release something, like this is why anytime I make art, I say use it. Don't need to credit me. Credit me if you want to. I would appreciate it. But you can use my art for whatever reasons. You can even edit my art. I don't care, bro. Anything I create is for use, except my kids. My kids are not for use. All right. Do you know about the Yuzu situation? It's probably related. Well, I did. No, Chatter brought up. I think it was about the Power World thing, like because he mentioned the capturing little monsters as the copyright. Oh, look, I'll explain why they lost those sales. Maybe they sucked. The product sucked. Have you thought about that? Well, I'm just saying, like, if people make a Switch, right? Well, you just have to make a better one. That's it. You as a company, okay, listen, a company should just be able to create a better product, right? And if they're getting beat by some guy in a garage, which did happen when they were developing the op, right? That was funny. But yeah, if you're getting beat by three men in a garage, I think the problem is you, not the three men in the garage. Yeah, you said state. That's disgusting. Get states. You. Oh no, am I gonna go into my political beliefs here? Yeah, see, it's disgusting. I don't want to hear about it. Because, why would you fight some oh my gosh. Three men in a garage made an op. They BTFO'd me and now I'm gonna sue them because I invested so much into my product that was more garbage and more trash than than my competition. Like, okay, think of Nintendo like this. They're like, oh my gosh, three men in a garage made a better Switch than us, right? We spent so much money on that poor Switch, and it sold terribly. Okay, and then I go into my second phase. Do you know what my second phase is? Well, guess what? Your company just died and went under. Get wrecked, loser. Make a bet. Do a better job next time. Oh yeah, but don't. Oh yeah, you're talking about state sanctions now. Hmm. But like I said, I don't like the government being involved in um I'm gonna say I don't want to say free market system because we don't have a free market system. There is no free market system. Too much regulation. Too much busybodies in government and too much bureaucracy, too much what's that lobbying for it to actually be a system like that. Yeah, then I like bringing up Nintendo because like it's a very like just to let you know, Chatter, Luke, right? I can see it now. Or is that how you say it? Luke 47. Um, I will say Nintendo's an easy example because like even like Westerners, people non-Japan will understand that it's a very common example. Because like I said, they sue an entire orphanage for having a kid named Luigi or something like that, right? It's very people hear about it very often, especially if you're a gamer. If you're a base gamer, the most oppressed group of all gamers. You know that clip? Jorb, do you know that clip? You've never seen that. He's never seen the Batman Beyond. The glass ceiling has broken, and now the most oppressed group of all can rise. Gamers. Did you see that? Okay, you did see it. That's hilarious. But yeah, it's a very common example. But other companies in other companies in Japan are exactly like that. They're big on copyright. You know? So, but yeah, Nintendo's an easy example. And well, we're not really exposed to that kind of culture too much because Japan used to just sell to Japan, right? If you wanted to watch anime, you'd have to watch it like on you'd have to watch it on YouTube in parts, right? Thank you, Irie, for doing that. Based based Oshi uploading uploading anime in parts for us viewing audience. Yeah. Oh well, you made me go on a rant about like my political beliefs and copyright. I drank the tangent juice again, didn't I? Yeah, okay, I'll say this right away. This whole thing was supposed to be about VTuber news. But you know what? You made me talk about my Oshi way too much. Or oh sorry, my wife. I forgot. I forgot my wife, my possibly 3 kids because she said 13 is an unlucky number. No, no, I'm not talking about you, Luke. I was talking to Jorb over here. But chat can only react to what we're talking about, and that was currently on topic, so don't worry. By the way, I cannot hear him. Oh, he's saying he can't hear you. Is this a schizo stream? Am I talking to myself? This guy boomer lights the whole time. Talking to myself. This guy boomer lights the whole time. Read your desktop. You were talking to yourself, bro. Read your desktop. Can't do this again. Yo, check your mic audio. It's not picking up. Like I see your mic audio. It's only saying desktop audio on. You probably have to change the input. Oh man, professional streamer over here. Okay, I'll tell you right away. I do stream.
Damn.
Oh, can't hear both because he probably muted the. Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Damn.
Do you have the stream open? I'll open up the stream.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it not muted on your end? Because you do have the sound check.
Yeah. Hold up. Where? This is
You change your speakers from desktop to quadcast.
okay. Hot.
I gotta teach this man how to.
Okay. Where's it? Audio speakers. There we go.
You should write that I'm scolding you right now.
Okay. Desktop audio. Then we have speakers. Yep.
I haven't logged into Twitch in forever. Hold on.
Okay. So is this better?
On. He would have to hear it.
So is this better? Oh.
He's our on. He would have to hear it. Hold on. I'm gonna look us up.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna listen to us. He would have to. Yeah, I can hear me.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Talk real quick.
Yep.
Oh, I'll mute you. Like I'll mute the Discord.
Damn. So
What?
does it work?
Okay, so talk.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, no worries. Don't worry if your Twitch
So
crashed. I know I could hear myself.
oh man, this just really sucks. This is why I don't.
Yeah, I hear you on stream. You're good.
Okay. Dude, the
In fact,
audio
I'm
is gonna be
super
so
loud.
bad. This is gonna be you talking, man. Man.
Oh, hey, that's me. Nobody live.
Wait, hold up. Is that an actual thing? Huh. Ah. Wait, that's an
Yeah, we're
actual
no.
thing. What? Damn.
I'm glad that I'm a nobody. Although, I am a two view on other platforms.
No, I just clicked on the link and I saw it. So
All right,
interesting.
he checked the link.
Yeah, nobody live. Like it just like shows like everyone on Twitch that's like quote unquote live, and yet no one's there.
Oh yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's a nice feature. Reminds me of like holodecks, except the holodecks doesn't actually show it. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you for finding us through it.
Yep.
It's a nice little system.
Yep.
We we mostly just talk. So, are you trying to hide the view count?
No, no. I just trying to see the view count. That's it.
Yeah, you gotta look at the numbers, bro. Like I said, you should. Okay, so I was saying earlier we should get guests on because that's
That's how you pump the
Wait, no,
numbers. It's all
we
about the numbers.
we don't advertise either, right? That's
Yep.
another thing we do.
Well,
Like
again.
I advertise my own streams, and I at least get a few viewers. Sometimes it goes peak, but that's because I'm grifting.
The grifting gruffa.
Well, no, it's grifting off my homie really, because he just sends a raid my way, and I try to keep the viewers. It usually goes well. Oh, yeah, it's like gotcha. It's just like gotcha, bro.
Yep. But going back to where when we originally make this massive
Wait,
tangent.
okay. So, if you want to know the dynamic of our streams a lot, I go on a massive tangent, ruin everything, go on about how much I hate copyright, but that's not usually what I do.
Man.
And then we get back to then he has to reel me in and say we're talking about this topic.
Yeah.
So we're like 30 seconds of topic, like 30 minutes of tangents.
Yeah. The thing is, like, we originally went on this massive divergence because of one thing. Do you know what it was?
What was it?
It was about Nova.
Oh yeah, well, do you want to go all the way back there? That's like ancient. No.
Not really, because the thing is, like, we had to go to Nova because the thing is, like, she announced that she had a greeting group
Oh,
with like several people like Mogu,
yeah.
the Mogu ghost. Oh wait,
Oh,
damn.
which one? No, is it me or is it you?
I think it's
I
you.
did turn my mic down a little
Hold on,
bit.
hold on, hold on. I could just like tune up my gain, you know? It's just default in the mic itself. There we go.
I can I can somewhat hear you. Oh yeah, my friend.
Yeah, like legitimately. Yeah, I could just tune up my gain. There we go. How's it?
Oh, hey. He's a little better. I hear him a little more. He was very muted before.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you okay, Chara, if you want to know who streams more often, listen listen to who's not messing up more on stream.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So.
so, oh yeah, another thing, we gotta get the full rundown of our cast, right? Usually we have a third guy here. He's been sick,
Yep.
right? He's my homie.
Our
He's
homie.
my yeah. Well, like he's my best homie.
So, guys,
And don't get offended by that. I literally let the guy stay in my house, and he let me stay at his house, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You know how I am with favoritism, right? I'll say who
Yeah.
my OG is. Yeah, exactly. But you're up there. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm one of the good guys. Unlike other
Like
people
top
we can just
five.
talk to you about.
He's like top five.
But yeah,
That's a very high rating. I know a lot of people.
yeah, the thing is like you had like the entire group about like Mogu, Sunny, Muri, and Nova. Make it like basically create glitch stars. Well, they had glitch stars, but it's now merged together.
Glitch stars. So is that like a company thing they're doing now?
Yeah, they're under a company. Yeah. Hold up, let me just send it to your DMs. So
Oh, he's going to Yummy's things.
yeah, and things they call dreamers, you know.
Dream. I just think of the Euphoria thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, that poor Jen. I thought it was. It's okay. They still have very strong members in there.
But
They do.
the thing is, like, look at that, dreamers, and you have like several of the talents. You know, like it's literally a corpo wave.
Oh, well, is it like a talent build corpo?
Well, you have Vishojo.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, oh my gosh, because I have a fake corpo. I go under a fake corpo thing, right? But are you saying they like invested into it and they have like an actual corpo going on, or is it like
Yeah,
an
it's
idol
an actual
group?
corpo.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's literally just like a bunch, like all of them just come together and like create the thing. Because the thing is, they were about to do it like with just those three back in
Yeah.
like in the week in Atlanta, but they added in Nova because of the change, which is why it took so long for them to debut that.
Alright, so that's why you had to come all the way back to Nova before I went on that massive tangent.
Yeah.
Alright, well, to be fair, she started that tangent. I blame Nova. Alright, if you want to know I'll give you the rundown on who Nova is. Nova is she's a blue eyes white dragon, and she really likes card games.
She likes you
And
give so
that's
much.
yeah, well, yeah, she's a blue eyes white dragon, which, to be fair, is a really good model setup for your character. I like it. She better say Seto Kaiba is her favorite though, because she likes it. How much do you know of Nova lore?
Well, a little bit because she collabs with Sheena.
Yeah. Oh, so you watch Sheena a lot. So you saw me get kicked out of her stream.
Yeah.
That was funny. Oh, he's saying my stream. He might be. I don't know if it's a you issue because I don't think it's crashing on my end.
No,
Yeah.
it's legitimately like we're getting like megabits per second as a bit rate, so it's just him.
Yeah, I'm seeing it's fine on my end as well. Yeah, it's all right, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate I especially appreciate the feedback because this guy was muted the whole time.
Well, I wasn't muted technically. It's muted on the recording.
Well, yeah, dude, it's called Boomer Mic. I've done it like a few times, and I've learned never to do that again. Do you know how I learned?
How?
I rewatch my own stuff, right? Oh yeah, he also says your
Bro.
I feel bad that you had to max out my volume because I sound horrible.
Dude, I don't know how to fix that on my end. Like, bro, Tom, you know that I can't do this stuff.
Okay, well, first of all, I see your OBS or what? No, this is Streamlabs,
Yeah,
completely
because
different.
you said so.
What you'll want is you'll want to make an audio. Okay, instead of using desktop audio, because that's another mess up that streamers do. Well, I could talk about it because it's a VTuber related topic. So
Let me just crank this up, you know?
let
I'll crank up.
listen to VTubers out there.
There we
Don't
go.
use desktop audio. Desktop audio is actually terrible.
Huh.
You know what you should use? Get audio. You should actually talk to Cypher about it. Talk to Cypher about Oh no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, again, I don't really...
He said my voice is normal, but yours is lower.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I cranked it all to 100, you know? Keep it real.
Thank you though. I always think I sound too loud, but then people say you sound just fine. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll live with that. I remember oh, do I? Okay, what does he go by?
What?
Do you know what he goes? Does he actually go by Doggy?
Yeah, Doggy Wara.
Yeah, I had him. He was checking my mic audio while I was messing around and showing off the model.
Yep.
I'm like he called me the funniest, the most, the only slur that I appreciated being called.
What is it?
He was like, "Hey, Irie fucker, talk right now." Well, okay,
Damn.
that's me. I'm like, that's funny. Made me laugh. I still think about it. Thank you, homie. I'll see you do the fent lean. He forgot he did the fent lean. That was funny. He did it as a bit, okay? He wasn't actually on fent. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we're like, do the fent lean. That was funny. And then yeah, I'm once again getting off topic. I'm doing that thing again because I asked about no. See, Nova is just making me tangent.
No.
Have you thought
It's
about
Irie
that?
making you tangent.
Your voice sounds like a soothing megaphone.
Man.
Man. But thank you.
I
Because
mean,
I do keep these settings just for my own streams as well. Which I won't show my own streams, but okay. In my own streams, I'm a Catholic. I'm like Luce, the Catholic mascot. That's who I stream as. But I call myself Tommy, and that's it. The Tommy Ito. But it's on Twitch, so if you're not like into watching YouTube streams, it's not a big deal.
but going back to our original topic. So,
Oh yeah, you said pixels are gone.
yeah,
Okay, if
pixeling
you
gone.
want to know the topic, it's always at the top, and I don't look at it because it's just today's tangent.
Yeah, you're just like tip of the changes and like, okay, just like come here, just sip on it, you know?
Okay, I will say as a streamer, right? I know sometimes, like, if you ever watch Kaching, I will mention it. They usually keep like, Irie sometimes mentions chat, right? Or, like, takes whatever chat's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But usually they talk amongst themselves. I'm a very bad person. Don't eliminate chat. I need to see chat. But the thing is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Luce. I just say it the Latin way of saying it. But the thing is, right? We're a long-term podcast. We're not limited to an hour. Okay?
Yeah.
So we don't have to go by the same rules that they do, which is like stay on top. They don't even stay on topic. They go on tangents too.
Yeah.
And then they do supas at the end. So, but yeah, I'm the tangent juice of that. Whoever keeps going off topic in the podcast, that's me. I'm that guy. See, you even have the blue hair, so you could be you could be
No, I would not be
you
the
could be the
Clara. I
Clara.
would not be the Clara.
You'll be my Clara, and I will be the Irie because I'm going off on tangents and yapping too much.
No. Not gonna be happening.
He's like, no, it's not happening. So no, but back to topic, which was the about podcast, right?
Yeah, about
Since
pixelating.
we're a long term, we should no, you went way too far. Let's talk about streaming just in general, right? You'll want to pay attention to what chat says because they'll bring up certain topics, right? Even if you're just reading through it, you should react to what they're saying once in a while. It's a part of being a streamer. So if somebody brings up something and it's a thing like say if somebody more knowledgeable on VTuber topics was talking and they mentioned it, you could springboard off of what they're saying and go into that.
Yep.
Okay. So I just wanted to I should talk to you about that after stream rather than
Yeah, on
during stream.
stream in the recording, you know.
Yeah, but that's fine. We talk about a lot of things. Alright, so go back to the topic, right? This time I won't interrupt. I just wanted to give that rundown.
But yeah, like, I just like you're having like a ton of people getting their like worst fears confirmed about like traditional VTubing, where yeah, it's eventually gonna go down to the money and how people get the money in. because that's why HR exists. It's because like the humans are a resource. That's why it's called the three factors like capital, land, labor, and capital.
Land,
Sorry, the three
labor,
factors
and
of production.
capital. Didn't you say manpower? Manpower is part of
Yeah,
that?
man, like like man, like like labor, material, capital.
Okay. Now, when you talk about labor,
Mm-hmm.
you mean manpower, right?
Yeah,
So,
manpower specifically,
oh no, I'm going on another. You gotta stop me.
bro.
You have to stop me because this is. I was about to talk about you know how like I almost went on that bottom right rant, right?
What specifically?
Well, I always joke that I'm a libertarian because I'm like, well, I want an Asian wife,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. um and I talk about like other things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you mentioned labor, I was gonna mention um the opposite. But luckily, I'm not going to go on a rant about them because do you know why?
Why?
Because I actually hate them, so I don't want to talk about them.
Okay, but we do have the fact that people wants to collab with the North Korean official VTuber.
Oh, is it the one that she cooks the food?
I think so. Yeah.
Is it the reporter one? Yeah, the one that was a war reporter.
Yeah.
That'd be
Steve
cool.
Lucci. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually cool. I like that news. That like I don't care that it's I don't care that she's a North Korean VTuber. It's very I sometimes see her posts and they're actually really funny or really creative, so I don't mind. Like, what do you think I am, bro? You think I'm that one schizo that Pippa had where he was like super anti-China and all that? No, I'm the opposite. Like I will criticize China, like because okay, it's mostly because of all the Chinese simps these days popping up, and they're acting like it's a perfect thing. I'm like, bro, you have terrible Good Samaritan laws, right? You guys literally have Good Samaritan scams in your country where like okay, somebody posts that video of like the police. Have you seen it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like the police run over protesters in the U.S., right? And then it's the Tiananmen Square in the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and they're comparing, right? And they're like, oh, the tanks actually stopped. I love China for. I hate Tenmu ads. They keep appearing everywhere. But yeah, the thing is, right? I said if the top right where the police officers run over the protesters, it said China instead of U.S. Do you know what would have happened? They would have ran over the protester, then they would backpedal and made sure that they got trampled. Do you know why?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was a question at the end. Do you know why?
Of it. Oh wait. They showed it them getting stapled.
No, 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 no. Because okay, I don't know if I. Okay, so the thing is, right? People know of these things called Good Samaritan scams.
Oh yeah,
China
yeah.
didn't have.
Where like they just fall down because things they just want to get the insurance money.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's easier to actually just kill off the person rather than dealing with that.
Yeah, like in China,
It's less
they just
legal
run you
trouble.
over and you just never help them.
Yeah, you run them over, you don't help them. People are very hesitant to help people in China because of that.
Because there's actual core precedent in China to where if you help someone, then you're default the fault.
Yeah, and sometimes that devolves into really messed up things. Like you could, oh, I'm not going to talk about the videos, but there are cases where like somebody runs somebody over and then they back up to end the person so that they don't have to deal with the legal trouble
Mm-hmm.
of
And they get no punishment for it.
yeah. There's no punishment for doing that. They did try to, yeah, they even had the most recent laws where they updated Good Samaritan laws, and it's still that kind of culture.
Yep, because it's like they change this like the country law, but the state law still upholds it.
Yeah, so like I don't like people simping for China in that way, all right? You should simp for China the way I do, where you talk about restoring the Han Dynasty and enacting the Divine Mandate.
Nah, the divine mandate will happen when you destroy that dam.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. But though, but floods are bad. Don't you know that floods mean the mandate has to be enacted? It's actually about so the mandate, right?
Oh no,
Wait,
no, Tommy,
am I going to go on a tangent about the imperial mandate? Oh
you're going
no.
tangent, Tommy. We need to go back. Reel it back.
Okay, we're going back. I'm not going to go on a the insurance laws make people just jump into cars that are not moving and they claim this. Yeah, that's exactly what we're referring to with the Good Samaritan laws.
But
Alright,
going back, so
he's got real me in.
so the thing is, like, you have all these people getting changed and being controlled over, but yet, like, you're having this like quote unquote delusionment continue on, where people are like thinking, oh yeah, like traditional corpos for Chubas are not really that good, and we go back to what I wanted to originally go into after Nova was the fact that you have Hollow Stars and some other Hololive like streams for HoloFest not being on YouTube, specifically
Oh yeah,
like Hollow Stars.
yeah, no, they're like, males? Ew, male on stream. Don't want to see that.
And the thing is, you have Hollow Indo, like showing their support for Hollow Stars, and like we should like quote unquote like remove the Indonesia branch.
Well, well, because they were showing support?
Yeah, because they're showing support.
That's really stupid, okay?
And then they
Like,
like double down on that by showing, oh yeah, like you know Susei's like shoes, yeah, they're made by Hollow ID like hands.
oh no! That's okay. Another thing about Hollow Stars, right? I didn't pay much attention to them after the vampire graduated. I'm
Uh,
sorry. He he was he was up there for me. Let's just say that.
dude, that stream with him and Crony was really good though.
I like go suffering the whole time. That's look. If I was ever male on, okay,
See ya.
good night. But if I was ever on stream, like, cause you know, I think I've only streamed with how many times did I stream with the women? Okay, at least 7 times probably.
Mhm.
But usually I keep it at like funny things like that, right? Like I'm Stufford or something, right?
Mhm.
Or there was one stream where where well there's another friend we have, Twitchy, right?
Yep.
Oh, but that became an overused joke. Everybody overused my joke. So on stream, I was saying, there was, it was it Lethal Company?
Yep.
And she grabbed a hive,
No, don't
right?
put me in the sun.
And she brought the hive into her, she was able to actually do the bee thing and get the bees away.
Yep.
And I was making jokes. I'm like, your hive has no larva.
Yeah.
Your hive is barren. And then her character model started like having a back issue. I'm like, no, she's aging in real time. It's over. Or the Remy thing where like she murdered me with a signpost,
Mm.
and then joked that oh his heart just stopped randomly. I'm like, I murdered her for everybody later on. I'm just like, she died randomly. Don't worry about it. Stupid stuff like that. But yeah, I like going back to topic because I tried to weave that into the topic, right?
Mhm.
It's funny to do bits like that, right? And um, I don't like the because you know how they some when they do collabs and they get all like not met male on stream, but like even with the I mentioned the Yuri Bane stuff, right?
Mhm.
With the Yuri Bane thing, they get all like flirty and stuff on stream because women are very comfortable doing that kind of thing.
Yep.
And even I find it kind of annoying, to be honest. But the thing is, that's really super embarrassing when it becomes a thing with like male on stream scenario, especially if it's like either they're both doing it or like the woman's doing it. It just becomes really awkward. So I like dynamics where it's like, I'm suffering, leave me alone, bro. It's just a better dynamic. It's all about dynamics. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
But I'd be the same way. I'd be like not like teehee flirty, teehee flirty, a flirty thing, right? It'd be banter, straight up banter. I would probably never stream with my Oshi. I'd be like,
well, we have a chance in the future. Don't worry about it.
okay, but like I said, I would. She would have to like trick me into streaming with her.
Well, I could just
Because first of
work
all, like
with her,
like half the
then
fan base
work
would
you in
murder
real
me
life.
unless they really don't know who I am. So that's pretty nice.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, like half the fan base would probably try to kill me. I'd be like on a lot of lists about like, oh, I gotta kill this guy now.
No,
I mean, I'm
you
already
would get
kind
the
of
reps.
you know I'm hit or miss in that community.
Yep.
I say it all the time.
Again,
Hey,
either way. Is there anything that else you want to talk about, or do you,
you will end at 2 hours. 2 hours is a short stream, bro.
bro?
Don't you know what
We
two
talked to
hours?
Irie.
Well, no, I did you see my submission?
Yeah.
I literally said I'm like 3 hours. That's a short stream. I even joke that like if you go to my channel
Yeah,
and
I
you
know. I know.
you hmm?
But
I'm serious
there's
about
there's
this kind
nothing
of
else
thing.
to talk about. Like we talked about like Pippa, we talked about Pixelink, we talked about IP, we talked about like Hollow Stars.
Okay, we're gonna get super chatters up here now, or billions and donos, so that we can form our own VTuber company and get our own models. And you need some work. We're gonna need like you're going to need 7 managers. You're going to need 14 mods. You're going to need your entire gen. We're going to create a gen around you that's just good at tech to help you, and they'll raise you to be the best of streamers. I promise. And me, I'll have 0 mods. No, I'll have 1 mod. I know my favorite mod of all time. He's not around right now. He used to be our mod for Chuubacast too. We used to have like a live Cooper reaction. And it's just like Pippa with like a little broom. And then we're like, Cooper, pull up the pole. Every time. And then the worst thing happened to me, right? I was sick one day and couldn't do a stream, and then they made me a mod. I'm like, disgusting. I don't. You gave me the Janny wrench. To be fair, Cooper got his revenge. He made me a mod on his stream.
Nice.
And then, you know what happens once I become a mod?
What?
I don't chat as much anymore.
Yep.
I don't like seeing the wrench in chat. If I see like a wrench filling up most of the chat, I like end up like having a hernia or something. Might I'm gonna lose it because the thing is, mods should be in the background.
They should not be seen. They should only be felt.
They should not be seen. They should only do their job. They should not be seen. They should sweep. Exactly. And don't oversweep. Like, like if I had mods, oh fuck, I'm gonna have mods. I'd have to give them like a whole list of ground rules, right?
Mhm.
Like I'd be like, this is okay, right? Slurs, not okay though. Okay, you clean up that, right? You see somebody type an N, you clean that up. I know what's going to happen afterwards. But yeah, I think giving like instructions and trying. The thing is, you have to humble them too, right?
Mhm.
If they get too ego, they become the worst, and you should just like dismiss them, unless they're blackmailing you or something. But yeah, unless they're blackmailing you, you should definitely just get rid of a mod if they're overzealous. Because do you know what happens? What happens if they're overzealous? You lose chatters, right?
Yep.
More people lurk. Some people will just be completely turned off from your stream because they'll think, oh, well, that's what the streamer thinks is acceptable. And you don't want to come across as somebody who, you know, doesn't like jokes or anything like that, right?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, because like I saw some impressions of my own Oshis when they were overzealous, right? Like you can't really joke around in the chat. It gets kind of like they'll just end up not. So that's why the current Irish chat's fine. Well, I don't like it as much, but that's just a personal issue.
Well,
Well, I don't like any. I don't like a lot of chats except my own chats. I love my chat. Part I like chats that I can interact with directly, right? But when it comes to VTuber chats, I chat a lot in chats. You know that, right?
mhm.
So I chat a lot, right? But if it's like somebody I'm like a regular to, I mostly don't like to watch the chat a lot because there's a lot of one guying, there's a lot of other things, right?
Yes, you know.
Yeah. I have several friends that are like that who they just they lurk and they don't look at the chat. They just enjoy the stream. But me, I'm like looking at the chat. It's not like I would delete anything in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was a mod and I'm looking at the chat, I wouldn't delete those messages. I'd only delete the most egregious ones to show up, of course. Nothing, like if they're saying slurs or something, then I would. That's literally my only criteria. If there's slurs, I'll delete it. If it's anything else that's like cringe, I don't mind. But I'm like, you know how they talk about like autism, like wavelengths.
Yep.
Sometimes I don't understand the chat. Like I'm not on the same wavelength as chat.
You're not
Sometimes.
autism for them.
Exactly. Like I have a ton of tisms, right? And sometimes ours just don't align, and I feel that way about a lot of chats, especially with like high viewer chats, right? Because you get a ton of people, right? Or sometimes you get like secondaries, and I get really. Oh yeah, wait. Off topic is another thing, right? If you go too far off topic, and you just start talking about whatever. In fact, I've been guilty of that kind of thing, right? And I've apologized for it. Because I feel like a lot of chatters don't hold themselves to, you know, they don't have, they're kind of there to just to be like, you know, ego. I don't like ego either. Which is very funny considering I was just talking about ego clip.
Yep.
But that's not my fault. I don't go around asking for attention. I literally just popped in to make a Chinese mandate joke. I didn't expect to be called out.
Tommy?
And I did it just because I was going to head back to work anyways. Like I was chatting with people in a Discord about it, right? I'm like, I'm gonna super to challenge this divine mandate. Oh, that went well.
Tommy?
But yeah,
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
yeah. Well, that's still the same topic, right? Because I was going to go on about my own thing. Because the problem is I appear in chat a lot, and I feel like a lot of people feel the same way, right? But like I said, I've apologized for a lot of times when I did overdo it. Or like I'm okay with like mods timing me out. That's fine. I will cope about that. But it was a good reason why, especially during mahjong streams. Like, if the Ari mods are just out there, like, timing me out every 5 seconds in a Mahjong stream, I would understand. You know? That's my tism. I will go on about Zhong. I love Mahjong. Is there anything you want to talk about, Jorb?
Not really. We're out of idea buckets within the idea bucket. So I was thinking about if of us just rating Twitchy.
You want to raid Twitchy?
I want to rate Twitchy.
Okay, you can raid Twitchy. That's what you really wanted to do.
Yep.
Okay, but you're gonna have to talk. You're gonna have to say what we did. And that we mentioned. No, don't do the joke, okay? It's overplayed. That no larva joke, that's overplayed. I don't think she likes
I'm
it.
just gonna rate and say like, yeah, we talked about Chubas, like the name says.
Yeah, we talk about chubbas. No, we don't say that either. Wait, women are very they're very self-conscious about their weight.
Well, we're not calling them chubbies. We're talking about Chubas.
Yeah, well, that's fair. We are chuba. We do talk about chubas, and besides, Twitchy sometimes skips stream for gym days, so that's pretty cool.
Yep. I'm happy for her.
If you're a streamer, you should definitely go to the gym very often.
Mm-hmm.
You need that energy. You can't be low energy.
No, it's primarily purely just to have more blood oxygen, like and like richness of it within your brain, because you can only have a certain amount of heartbeats per second. So the cleaner your arteries are, the more you can get it, and more you can actually focus on higher level brain function.
Yeah, that's why I take nicotine all the time.
Bruh, we know you take it for
What?
other reasons.
Why do I take it for other reasons?
You know that nicotine does stimulate your head, right?
Yeah.
The other head.
Okay, Otsu Podcast. We're going right over to
Otsu
Twitchy. Otsu Chuba.
Search. Here we go.
Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
Why am I like this? I'm just...
You talk about my lower head, bro.
Well,
Bro.
you talk about the mandate of heaven all the time, you know?
Okay, fine. You know what? This is now. This really is a bro. This really is. This is a BL club now. You ruined it.
What do you mean a BL club?
Collab. I mean. Alright, start the raid.
Yeah, unset the raid.
So we're taking you to an ant-based VTuber.
Yep.
She's really cool. There is one joke, but don't repeat it. It's very funny.
Yep.
But a lot of people didn't understand what it meant.
Okay.
I'm gonna DM you what I'm talking about.
Yep. Okay. See you guys. It's Chuba.